Numbers. Whole numbers. Lesson 2. A. Writing numbers in an ascending order. This simply means writing numbers arranged from the smallest to the largest. Practice question. The amount of milk collected by factory workers in 5 days was as follows. A. Write the amount of milk in ascending order. Workings. First, create a table similar to a place value chart as shown above. Then check the column where the digits are different starting with tens of thousands. The first difference is noted in the hundreds column with the smallest digit being 1. Because two numbers have 1, we check the tens column for the smallest digit and we can see here the smallest digit is 2, so the number in row 5 is the first number in an ascending order. The order is 90,127, 90,172, 90,217, 90,712, 90,721. B. On which day did the workers collect the lowest amount of milk? Workings. The lowest amount of milk will be represented by the smallest number in the ascending order 90,127, 90,172, 90,217, 90,712, 90,721. 90,127 is the smallest number. This was collected on Thursday. The answer is Thursday. B. Writing numbers in a descending order. This simply means writing numbers arranged from the largest to the smallest. Practice question. A factory made pencils in 5 days as shown in the table below. A. Write the number of pencils the factory made in a descending order. Workings. First, create a table similar to a place value chart as shown in the next page. Then check the column where the digits are different starting with tens of thousands. The first difference is noted in the thousands column with 9 being the largest digit. The last two rows both have 9, so we check the hundreds column, they both have 6. We move to the tens column. The last row has 3 which is larger than 2, thus our largest number is 59,632. Therefore, the order is 59,632, 59,623, 56,932, 56,923, 56,329. B. On which day did the factory make the highest number of pencils? Workings. The highest number of pencils will be represented by the largest number in the descending order 59,632, 59,623, 56,932, 56,923, 56,329. 59,632 is the largest number of pencils. They were made on Friday. The answer is Friday. C. Rounding off numbers to the nearest thousand. To round off to the nearest 1000, look at the hundreds digit. If the digit is 5 or more, round up. If the hundreds digit is 4 or less, round down. Practice questions. The 5 or more method. 1. Round off 27,982 to the nearest thousand. Workings. Look at the hundreds digit in the number. 27,982. 9 is more than 5. Therefore, we round up. 27,982 rounded off to the nearest thousand becomes 28,000. 2. A farmer harvested about 38,201 kilograms of potatoes. Round off the mass of the potatoes the farmer harvested to the nearest thousand. Workings. We look at the hundreds digit in the number 38,201. 2 is less than 5. Therefore, we round down to 38,000 kilograms. Using a number line. Alternatively, you can use a number line to round off to the nearest thousand. A number line is a horizontal straight line with numbers placed at equal distances from each other along that line. Let's solve the previous questions using a number line. Practice questions. 1. Round off 27,982 to the nearest thousand. Workings. First, we draw a number line like the one shown below. Then we look at the thousands digit. 27,982 is between 27,000 and 28,000. 27,982 is closer to 28,000 than it is to 27,000 because 982 is more than 500. Therefore, 27,982 rounded off to the nearest thousand becomes 28,000. 2. A farmer harvested about 38,201 kilograms of potatoes. Round off the mass of the potatoes the farmer harvested to the nearest thousand. Workings. First, we draw a number line like the one shown below. Then we look at the thousands digit. 38,201 is between 38,000 and 39,000. 38,201 is closer to 38,000 than it is to 39,000 because 201 is less than 500. Therefore, 38,201 kilograms rounded off to the nearest thousand becomes 38,000 kilograms. D. Squares of whole numbers. A square number is the product of a number multiplied by itself. Practice questions. 1. Work out the square of 63. Workings. Equals 3,969. 2. A community hall measures 45 meters by 45 meters. Government workers covered the floor of the community hall with a carpet. What was the area of the carpet the government workers used to completely cover the floor of the hall? Workings. To find the area we multiply 45 meters by 45 meters. Equals 2,025 square meters. E. Square roots of whole numbers. A square root is a number that is multiplied by itself to get a square number. A perfect square is a square number whose square root is a whole number. We use factor trees to work out the square root. Tip. Learn the square of all whole numbers between 1 and 30 and you will be able to do all sorts of calculations, very fast. Practice questions. 1. What is the square root of 196? Workings. Create a factor tree like the one shown below. Pair the same factors. Then we pick one factor from each pair and multiply them to get the square root. 196 equals 2 times 2 times 7 times 7. Square root of 196 equals 2 times 7. Square root 196 equals 14. 2. A farmer subdivided his farm into equal square plots. The area of each plot is 7,225 square meters. What is the length of one side of each plot? Workings. We find the square root using a factor tree as shown below. Pair the same factors. Then we pick one factor from each pair and multiply them to get the square root. 7,225 equals 5 times 5 times 17 times 17. Square root of 7,225 equals 5 times 17. Square root 7225 equals 85. Therefore, the length is 85 meters. Note. The topic rounding off to the nearest thousands discussed in numbers, whole numbers, Lesson 2 was tested in the KPSEA 2023 mathematics exam. Check the video on KPSEA 2023, question 4 for more revision.